Yes, I have to.
What?
I have to answer the phone.
Get rid of
Hello. Bobby, this is Lucy. I need to talk to Scott.
Lucy, don't you think it's a bit late to be calling about daycare center legal business?
Bobby, are you his lover or his censor? I need to talk to him. Put him on the phone.
Vacation is over. It's Lucy for you. If you think you can keep her talking for about 15 minutes, I'll be very happy to go over there and strangle her.
Let me get you a cab. Hello?
Why haven't you returned any of my phone calls?
Because I was busy. I was out of town.
Well, let me be the first to tell you, you really blew it big, you jerk.
What do you mean?
I mean that Meditech has refused to give General Hospital any sort of evaluation at all.
That's impossible.
Well, apparently they are broke.
That can't be.
Oh, no. Well, I suppose you're going to tell me it's impossible that the accreditation committee is meeting right now behind closed doors with Monica and Steve.
Are you serious?
I am deadly serious. Wherever you were, I hope you had a real good time. Because it looks to me like you and General Hospital are both going right down the tubes.
I don't quite know what to say.
Think relieved would be a good word.
Yes, it certainly would.
I admit to being upset at your interruptions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. I guess I was misreading you. I thought all along you were trying to inform me that our accreditation had been lifted.
At General Hospital? No. Not after all the years of highly respected service.
Yeah, but this does, this states that we will be reevaluated again in 6 months.
Well, it's the only way we can satisfy some of the evaluation criteria.
And you felt that was necessary?
Oh, candidly, yes. We feel probation and reevaluation in 6 months is highly preferable to lifting your accreditation.
Well, I most certainly am grateful for your report and the time and effort you took to gain an accurate picture.
Yes, and, of course, any recommendations that you have will be, welcomed, of course.
We expected they would be. And now, I believe you probably have a lot of people to get in touch with, to tell them to stop holding their breath and to uncross all of their fingers. Until next time.
Yes. Till next time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good evening.
Take care.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Well,
It could have been worse.
all things considered, you're right.
I've got to remember to ask Duke how in the world he puts up with these irregular hours that all these investigators have. You know, I'm not actually sure, though, I'm going to be able to handle not knowing where Sean is all the time. It does have a good side, though. If he doesn't keep regular hours, then we can just jet off to some wonderful place whenever we feel like it, right?
Oh, yeah. It has its advantages.
So frustrating. You know, I just didn't understand his mood swings all the time. Probably never would have if it wasn't for Robert looking for Cheryl.
Oh, is there still no word on that?
No. You know, but I have to believe about what she said in her note. You know, she said that she was going to be careful. I gotta believe she's not going to do anything to put herself in danger.
Well, you know, it is a very good sign that Robert hasn't been able to find out anything about her.
What do you mean?
Sometimes people that are in trouble are easy to find for some reason.
I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about that. I mean, maybe she's just out there someplace, just, I don't know, just thinking it all over. And when she comes back, she'll let me give her my kidney.
Oh, yeah. Robert told me about that. My goodness, it's very brave of you.
It's nothing. Nobody needs 2 kidneys anyway. So maybe my Uncle Horace, you know, he was the black sheep of the family. He drank like a fish. That's 2 animals. It's 2 animals. Sufficient animal? I don't know. Anyway, Aunt Josie always said that living with Uncle Horace was like living in a zoo. Oh, I believed it. It was awful. Like a pigsty.
Oh, it's getting very close to your wedding, isn't it?
I mean, you can't very well get married from a hospital bed, can you?
You know, that's a $64,000 question. I was going to talk it over with Sean. What in the world is keeping this man? I don't know what's holding him up. Turn some heads, wouldn't it?
Getting married in hospital? I would think so.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, I had planned on having a great big, huge, spectacular place for the wedding, you know, and inviting all of the friends and having a party just... It goes on forever. But instead, there I would be in a hospital bed in a beautiful white wedding gown. And Cheryl in the adjoining bed doing her maid of honor duties. That would be so funny, wouldn't it be? It'd make the news. And we could be sitting there sipping ice water out of one of those little bent straws that they always have. Makes you kind of wonder sometimes, doesn't it?
About postponing the wedding?
No, I mean about changes. About how your life either turns out better or worse than what you expected it, but it never, ever turns out the way you expected it to.
Sometimes doesn't turn out the way you'd wish it to, either.
But it has to. My wish has to come true.
Oh, Tiffany. Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. It's not your fault. I know it's not your fault. It's just that I cannot forget that I am the one that caused Cheryl all that pain. And I wish with all my soul that I could do something to make it up to her, that I could give her back what I gave her.
You will. I mean, you said that the note was positive and everything.
I know. I'm sorry. This is absolutely disgusting, carrying on like this. I'm just nervous, you know. We were, you know, we weren't very close for a long time.
I know.
Do you know, over these past few weeks, I don't know, I really do love my sister, you know. It's the way it should have been all along, and I didn't. And what really bothers me is because, you know, a year ago, I didn't even really care. I wouldn't have cared at all.
Oh, well, sometimes, you know, it's worthwhile. I mean, even though it hurts a bit more, it's worthwhile.
I understand what you're saying, and I really appreciate your concern. But I don't know, words of wisdom always sound comforting, but having loved, it doesn't make the pain worthwhile. I think maybe if you thought of it in terms of maybe if you were losing Duke, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
My makeup is a mess. I don't want Sean seeing like this. Oh, thank you for putting up with me. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe one day you'll return the favor.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you? Nice to
Hi,
see you.
Duke. How are you? Very nice to see you. Anna, would you please have Sean call me?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. I will. Yes. Bye-bye.
Did I say something?
Oh, no, it's not you. She's just so worried about Cheryl and everything. I don't know.
Oh, she has been gone quite a while, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's worried about her.
Oh, it took you so long, didn't it?
I put lipstick all over you. Well, yeah, I wasn't expecting you here.
Well, I didn't expect to come here, but I was in the club, and, well, it seemed Angel was running things very well, and Terry was singing, all the tables were full, and I thought, well, hell, they don't even need me there, so I'll come over here and spend some time with you.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, why don't you switch your answering machine on, and we can go home. You can carry on with business in the morning.
No, I can't do that. I'm waiting for a call, and I can't wait until the morning.
Well, God knows I've asked you to wait for me long enough, so I'll just wait for you.
Well, why don't you go home? I'll be home soon, you see, and I'll meet you there.
No, I won't hear of it. I'll hang around here and wait for you. I'll help you kill time until you get your call.
Sweet.
Was that part of an answer? And Mr. Donnelly will have to pay for it. Now, look, Mrs. Jones, I am not an unreasonable man. But I have asked you question after question, and still I've gotten no more answers. Now, why don't we be friends, huh? We'll have a little conversation, and you can say whatever you please.
Please, can I have some water?
Well, it's right on the table in front of you.
I'd reach it, but I'm all tied.
Oh, forgot. I'm sorry. Your hands are tied. Now, you see, I'm not an unreasonable man. But I have my job to do, right? And my job right now is to find Frisco Jones.
I told you I don't know where he is.
But you know more than you're saying. Now listen, Felicia. You and I, we're dependent on each other. We need each other. Now look, I gave you the water and the opportunity to speak, and now I want the information that I need. What have you learned from the WSB about Frisco?
I can't tell you. He's my husband. I have to protect him from you.
It looks like your dentist has been neglecting you, Mr. Donnelly.
Check the right molar while you're in there, all right?
Very funny. But I'm afraid I have no anesthetic.
I've been through this before.
Then you have the advantage on Mrs. Jones.
Look, buddy, you can play all the recordings you want to of tortured women screaming. I'm still not going to talk.
Don't you think she's in danger?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because if you hurt her, then you'll have to kill me or spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, wondering how and when I'll get you.
What makes you think I'm afraid to kill you?
You do that, friend, you'll have half the WSB on your tail until they eliminate you.
I think it's time to put your brave words to a test, Mr. Donnelly. You'll have to excuse me a moment, Mr. Donnelly.
Sure, no problem.
Sean?
We have something to show you, Mrs. Jones.
Sean?
I'm here.
Sean?
George.
Knives? What are those for?
We have a little experiment.
Sean?
All right, Felicia.
Sean!
It's very important that a knife be sharp. A properly sharpened knife can cut so deeply and so smoothly.
Touch her.
You almost wouldn't feel the pain.
No!
It's like ice
No!
being drawn
No.
across the flesh.
No.